We live in the jungle. We live in a totally amoral universe, independent of scripture, independent of revealed religion, independent of the will of God. There's only the will of man. Like it or not, there is a dark and sparkling brilliance to this, like black diamonds. In this world of darkness, flux, double-crossing, and backstabbing, the soul is driven entirely by passion. 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 The soul is...
Word.
Yeah, what's up, Fish? You joining us for this? Got Fish in the BG.
Oh yeah, his name's Fish.
Yeah, it's my cat, Fish.
That's hard. Is it
Yeah.
spelled normally or is it like PH? Is it like
It's spelled normally, just like
Okay.
fish.
word?
Fish
Or is
for
XM5s in the dome?
You said what?
XM5s in the dome.
XM vibes on the dome?
Like-
Oh, you mean the fucking headphones? Yeah.
Sure, dude. Those are goated.
dang,
I got a pair. I use them for. Yeah, bro. XM5s are good, but the real goat though, undisputed, is the XM4s. Those ones have like a sharpness of sound that I use for like everything. This is so bright too. I think it's more fitting for the album if we're kind of in a pseudo darkness.
Yeah, hold on, maybe. Is that good or is that too ominous? That not ominous enough?
is fine now. This is cool. This is cool. All right. How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, is it starting?
Doing fantastic.
We started before you got here. Everything's on.
Oh,
tape.
really?
Yeah.
I started an
Oh,
hour.
I didn't.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know
Started
I
an
was
hour
already-
ago. Yeah, no,
Okay.
bro.
Hello.
I like
I'm
to catch
splendid.
catch the
Contact.
artists in their rawest moments. It's like a fish on a hook. You know what I mean? That's how you get at the truth.
You hear that? A fish on a hook.
Yeah, bro. Like your cat. Put your cat on a hook and throw it in the water. Type shit.
Yeah, you wanna
Catch
go
a
in the
bigger
water?
fish. Okay. Noisehead.org.
Noisehead.org.
That's you
the
two
name of the
combined.
album.
That's Noghead and Andrew Snakes. Congrats on the album release. Formally. I'll formally say that.
Mhm.
Thank
Because you said this was like
Thank
2
you.
years in the making, and we had that one mini interview in December where we all met up. I think I still got the footage.
January.
I'll compile it. That was January, right? That was early January. So that's cool. This is finally out in the world now. I wanna.
That's
I'll
great.
get into my opinions about it soon enough. But I want to ask you, what do you guys think of it? Where do you think this stands in terms of how do you see it as a piece of work? Like if you had to look back on it, like Leonardo da Vinci looking back at the Mona Lisa objectively, what is the work mean to you?
I'll let you start us off here, Andrew.
Me, I think it's maybe the most. I don't know if it's the most cohesive, but it's definitely a very cohesive project of mine. Diverse, I guess. I think it brings out a side of my artistry that like I haven't showed yet, which is pretty cool. But how I feel about it currently is that I'm kind of over listening to it because I've been listening to it for like 3 years.
Right.
So
Right.
personally, I'm over it, and I'm ready to go on to the next thing. Like,
Yeah.
but I still think it's a good album. So yeah, that's what I'll say.
Nog.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really incredible. I think it's really cool that we got to kind of like form this story, especially just like from where it started to where it is now is really cool because when we first were making the album, which by the way started with I was working on Stop It Now, and Andrew collectively appeared on the project 4 times.
Mm.
And the whole group chat was just like, you guys should just make a collab album at this point. Fucking, it's basically a collab album. He's on it 4 times out of 16
Right.
tracks. And I was like, let's do that. Let's do it. And then, so we started making it, and then I was like, dude, the perfect name for it is Snakehead. Because I'm head and you're snake. And Andrew was like, let's do Noisehead. I was like, where's the noise come from? He was like, let's just do Noisehead. I was like, okay, we'll do that. And then I don't even remember which one of us suggested it, but just kind of like on a whim, they're like, let's make it a machine. We want a machine. The Noisehead is a machine,
Right.
and
Right.
it produces music. And we're like, all right, yeah, fuck it. Like weren't like thinking. We weren't trying to album concept anything. It's just that kind of came out, and then it just sat in my mind longer and longer and longer
I mean, it
until I
works. Like when I listen to the album, it
remembered
sounds like,
actually
I mean, your head is being transfused with noise the whole time. I mean, even
it
like,
is.
because the sound effects are insane from song to song. You got so many bells and whistles in there. No 2 seconds of
Oh
the
yeah.
same song are like the same. You know what I mean? Even like the meditative moment, like at the very end, what is it, Refractions, bro? Or it's just like this
Mhm.
insane, like linear, like I don't even know. That one really got me. It's like a linear sort of like I don't know muted little escapade you guys made. I thought that was really sick, and it's like the sleeper probably, but I respect it so hard just off of like my first listen with it, my first encounter. Um,
We love to talk about that song
Yeah.
specifically.
talk about it,
That song
man.
has a lot
we'll
of lore.
we'll get into it. You're gonna ask a question and we're gonna answer it, and we're gonna be very excited
Yep.
to
Okay.
answer it in the future.
Well, now I gotta ask you the question or something. I gotta figure it out because while we're on the topic of refractions, what do you have to say about it? What is the big idea?
The song was not. It wasn't all made, but part of it was recorded in a shower, and the other part was recorded like 18 floors up in an Airbnb, like in an apartment building on a balcony,
Right.
overseeing Mississauga,
Right.
which is just awesome. There's a video of it,
There
and we
is.
we just love talking about that because it's so cool. It's so
Well, the
fun.
It
moment
is
in
so
the
cool. Just like
song,
recording
yeah,
outside, like overlooking a city in a place we've never been before. Me and Andrew just met in person, mind you. Like we just met. And we had plenty of places to record, but Andrew was like, let's do it outside. I was like, okay, let's do it outside. So
right,
we did it on the balcony, just like on this little table. And it was
Mhm.
just really fun, just trying to figure out like what to do then and there. I didn't have much experience like recording in front of people too, so I was like nervous. I was like, why the fuck am I nervous? Like I'm just with my homies right now.
right, yeah.
But it was definitely a very early moment, you know what I mean? That was in June of 2023 when we recorded that song.
Word. What was
And
the first song you guys did? What was the formation? Do you think the
I
first
want you to
cell?
guess. Before I tell you, I want you to guess which song was made first.
Shoot, man. I don't know. I guess my first guess would be like maybe like "Keep Me in the Moment." That'd be my guess, and I have my reasoning. I think it maybe because the production sounds like something off of Rug Burn a little bit, so it might be closer to that era. I don't know though. That's a complete hypothesis.
All right, that's a good guess. You know, I mean that is an early one, but
With my
it's Where You Are,
articulation.
track one.
Ooh.
It's the first one that we made.
Technically, unlike you, I think came
Okay,
first, but it
technically the Unlike You beat came first, but nothing happened over it except for Andrew's little "Ooh, I'm gonna kill you with a knife," like shit like that.
Right.
That technically came first, but that wasn't supposed to be for the album initially.
that was
So
like
I don't.
OTL era.
Yeah, that was like before Creature.
Damn.
Mhm.
Like that was old.
Real
That
ones
was
know
And it
old
when
was a
that
before Andrew
dropped
Snakes
too.
made good music.
The Creature and
it was a
Object double
throwaway that like
feature.
resurfaced basically,
Yeah, man.
and like was heavily reproduced.
Do you guys do that a lot? Because you spend like 2.5 years on a batch of songs. Are you guys reworking shit like constantly? When do you know when
Oh yeah.
something's done?
Um,
Like, what's the
so
process for?
basically,
Yeah.
basically every single song on this album wasn't meant for this album.
Yeah,
Right.
it was just kind of like it started as like an idea. Like Andrew would have an idea for a song title, or I did too later in the process, but especially in the beginning, Andrew would have an idea for a song title or a song concept, but not like a beat for it, and then would just like send a couple beats or opens and just be like, "What do you think about this?"
hmm
And we definitely had a lot of trial and error. Like a lot of songs didn't make it onto the project, some because they just weren't up to par, and some because I don't know. Like there's two songs that didn't make it on the project that definitely like could have. I think it was mostly just Andrew, you were having trouble getting like a verse down, or you're
Which
just like, I
one?
don't know.
Oh,
Audio and Verified.
there. Okay, so there's a song called "I Hope I Never Get Verified." The beat was really good, and I could not for the life of me get a verse over it that I liked
My
for the
verse
beat.
is really good. I have a really good verse.
So it's
Right.
My
my
verse
fault. I
is
actually just suck.
So that's forever
And
lost.
then
Maybe it'll be on the Japanese CD version.
Yeah, there you
exactly,
go.
body, I just wasn't good enough.
Damn, bro. It's all right.
Uh, Yeah, I think every song originally either started as a throwaway because I make a lot of music. Like I'll make a lot of different like EPs. Like if I'm in a creative block, I'll be like, okay, I'll just make a 3-song EP tonight to get out of this creative block, and I won't release it. Right? That's the thought process. Some of these songs came from like those EPs, and I ended up liking it enough to like rework it into something for an album.
Or
Some
he'd
of these
send it to me
songs,
and I'd attach to it and I'd be like, this
yeah.
is good. We can do something with this. And then
Mhm.
I will say we had a lot of conflict making this album. I want that to be known. Is there's a lot of times where one of us just did not want the other song out or we didn't like it or whatever. Like for Keep Me
Damn,
in the Moment,
really?
right?
You guys were beefing in the stew, coming up with this shit,
Oh, constantly. Yeah, it's
Basically,
just
yeah.
it was
dude.
never like
Hell
deep,
yeah.
like we never actually got mad at each other, but it was just a lot of man just like no, and I'm like no, bitch,
What's
yes,
an example?
because like
What's an example of one of
Oh
you
my
winning?
God, there's so many.
so many
Like,
examples. Here, I'll start with the one off the top of my head, and that's Keep Me in the Moment.
Okay.
Is in person, like right before we had the interview with you. Um, I was like, God, we got to put Keep Me in the Moment on there. No, I've been saying it actually for a couple weeks. I was saying we should put Keep Me in the Moment in there. You know, we started that. It's really catchy. It gets stuck in my head all the time. I was like, we should put that in there. And he was like, no, I don't think it's good. And I was just like, no, it's
Damn,
good, please.
bro.
And then he re-listened to it, and he was kind of like, maybe, maybe. And then his ex-girlfriend was like, "No, you should drop it. No, you should drop it." And I
oh,
think
he
I
had.
said something to her like beforehand. I was like, tell him to drop it. Tell him it's really good.
Gaslit
She was like,
my
it's
ex.
really. Yeah. I
You
basically
gaslit my
emotionally,
ex into
yeah,
gaslighting me
pretty much.
into dropping the song.
And then she was like, "It's really good," and he was like,
Dude,
"Really? Is it really
it
good?"
is
And
really
then like
good.
those little guitar parts at the beginning, they're like.
Right.
I was like, "That's really good. You should keep that in too." You know, I mean, he was like, "No, that's not good." And his girlfriend was like, "No, that's really good." And he was like, "Is it?" And like kept it in. And that's how the song made it off the cutting room floor. And then like,
I
I
hated
didn't like
that.
Dot Organism at all at first. Twos was supposed to just be like a joke song. X X wasn't supposed to be on the
Dude,
album at
X
all.
is
I literally just said,
great. That beat had
I
me
said I wanted to rap.
wonderstruck.
I texted Andrew. I was like, I want to rap on something. Give me something, and he just
Yeah.
sent me X that he just has an open. And so I just did my verse because I was mad at the fucking Yeasty Girls for taking my fucking song down. So I just did my little verse,
Word.
and I was like, hell yeah. And then Andrew was like, this is going on the album. And I was like, I don't know if it's good enough to be on the album. He was like, no, it's gonna go on the album.
This is so interesting to hear you guys talk about it being kind of this like it almost sounds like you're haphazardly putting it together when you're talking about it, but that the final product is so clean and like
It's
concise and
because
Yeah.
it almost feels like it's an intentional ass thing that's been crafted on for 2.5 years, not something that's been cobbled together off of just like spurts of creativity, which
Mhm.
that's really cool. I don't know. Just thought it needed to be said because that's what I'm taking away
I
from
will
it.
say, I think the amount of time has a play in that because if it was just like I pulled a bunch of random demos right now and I had to make an album in a month with that, it would be so much more different. But like these are demos that like were collected over like almost like 2.5 years. So like there was a
Right.
lot to pull from at a lot of different times. So I don't know if that like answers the question there,
No,
but
no,
like I
it's
think that
interesting.
definitely has.
Do you think this process of reworking the same sort of batch of songs is more like how do you grade it in terms of like rewarding feeling, comparing it to making like a full album in like a week or something, like very fresh new ideas, and
Mhm.
then just working on something diligently, reworking, etc. What do you guys feel about that process? How do you guys feel about the two?
I think super rewarding. I think it's so awesome to me that Where You Are and Brand New Guitar tracks 1 and 2 are the first two songs we made in like April and May 2023 respectively. And to like listen to them years later and still have them like hold up and feel so good and
Right.
so like concise, but also you kind of see like you were in a different place. You know, we weren't as good at what we do now, but it still holds up so well that we just kind of caught that magic. I think that the part that's really rewarding about it for me is that those two songs and like Keep Me in the Moment and Unlike You and stuff like that, but especially those two, because they're the oldest finished front to back songs, like survived the test of time. Like we waited to put them out. We didn't let them get played or anything. Just we had them, and then to come to 2 years later, and it's like, wow, this is still like really good, and we still want this on there. That's really like rewarding.
Hell yeah, man. And where do you guys think this? I mean, right? Is it too soon to say where you think this album ranks in like work in your discography? Do you guys think it's your best work so far? Because you talk about it like it's a past version of yourself almost. So I'm interested in what your thoughts are on it. Like,
It's a hodgepodge of all the above. Really, it's a lot of past and present. You know what I mean? Because some of the songs are like Ear Fatigue is pretty new. Southern Comfort is pretty new. I Knew Heaven is fairly new.
No, I Knew Heaven came out or was. It was Pickle at first. Remember we called it, the song was called Pickle first. I made
Pickle at
that.
First was supposed to be a Courtney Label song back in 2024.
I made that winter of 2024, I believe. So yeah. It's.
And then, unlike you, like my verse, like my middle verse, my beat switch verse is this year. I was gonna put Unlike You out as a like promotional material. It wasn't gonna be on the album. And I sent to Andrew, and Andrew was like, "This is so good. This is actually gonna be. This is my favorite song right now on the album."
right.
It's still is.
Yeah.
It still is.
That's hard.
Like, okay.
Shit. What are your opinions on working with each other? Like, compared to doing solo stuff, you guys have both done solo stuff. So, what's this like? How you feeling?
I mean, Andrew, I won't quote your words, but I know what you've said to me before.
Oh, okay. I hate working with other people, and like.
That's a great way to start it, but I know what you mean.
I can work with Noghead, which is so rare for me to find. It's not like I'm anti like working with other people. I just like don't find much enjoyment in it,
right?
Because of how much music is, how much it is for me more than anything else. But I work with Riley well, and when I found an artist I could work with well, I was like, okay, let me just like do this more.
Right.
So yeah,
Try not
I don't
to
know
name
that.
drop me Challenge Impossible.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear shit.
Did I call you Riley again?
Yes.
Didn't hear that
sorry,
one either.
This happens every interview I do. Every time I do an interview.
Censor it. I don't. You can call me Jacob.
I
I don't care.
It doesn't matter. It's not super like hidden information.
So yeah, I work well with Noghead, which is rare. That's my answer.
Sick. And where did this idea for this insane ass rollout begin? With like the website and the whole fucking like saga of these little videos and like coming like it was so interesting to just see from the sidelines.
Me and Noghead were like discussing future plans for the album. We were like talking about the cover and shit, and that's where like a lot of the lore I think started coming out. And then just from then on, we just kept adding to it, and it just became like a fun little project for us to work on.
It's batshit crazy. It's like this stupidest thing I've ever seen. I love it so much.
We knew the Noisehead had to be a machine, and we initially wanted to call it www.noisehead.com.
Right.
That's like the name we had for it for the longest time. Like sometimes we called it .net. And then when I actually went to purchase the domain finally, there was only .org available.
.org is cool though, because it kind of lines up with organism and shit,
yeah,
and it's all like
it makes way more sense now. I can't imagine it any other way. Like .com would have been way lamer.
And who's this dude on the cover? Absolutely just doing the most.
So that's Ima. Shouts out Ima. That's my roommate and fellow artist and collaborator. Ima, free DJ. I said, hey. So here's my thought process, right? My motif on all my album covers is that I'm mostly naked with something covering my junk, and I have something in front of my face.
Right.
Stop it now, rug burn. It's the same shit. Andrew's motif is that it's usually a picture of someone else. And so I was like, okay, I want to kind of combine that. And I want it to be a picture. Unedited. That's another one of his raw photos.
Like if you look at any of my album covers, they're all very except Soundscapes is like 2 unedited images.
Yeah.
So
And so a raw, unedited image of someone who isn't me, but is naked with something covering their face, which
Whoa.
ended up playing into the lore too. Which I was like, okay, I have a reason
He
for this
is
now.
the noise
Usually
head, bro.
you have a creative image in your head, of what you want it to be, and then it works out for lore. Like this is a piece of lore that I'm gonna expand on in more ways as time goes on, and the logs imply them as well. But the noise head obviously wants to be human as much as it can or understand humanity. And so it starts basically 3D printing a human body using like flesh and viscera. And that's what the cover is it prints a human body.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, for that photo shoot, did you guys like have to look away? What was the precautions there? Or
No,
I
were you
was
just
so
there.
like, were you just full
yeah,
front? Like,
so
were you just facing
it
that
was here
shit?
in Richmond, at the VCU Arts Kinetic Imaging Room, like in downtown Richmond. And I had the image in my head. I actually have concept art that maybe I can send you and you can like put on screen if you want. That I
Word.
drew up in MS Paint. And I I sent it, or I told my roommate about it, Ima. And I was just like, I want to get a naked model. Actually, I have more to the story now that I could talk about. I was like, I want a naked model and I want it to be somebody who's not me to do it. And so where we started was me and Andrew went on Fiverr and
Oh
started
my
looking for
god,
models
bro.
who would be willing to be naked.
You're looking for
And then
people,
I was
dude.
just
Those
like,
guys are hungry. They're on Fiverr for a reason. You're feeding it. That's
and
crazy.
then
We really are the people you'd expect to make this album. Like,
real shit.
we really
But
live that shit.
we do really live that shit by all means, intents and purposes. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna see maybe like one of like someone I know wants to get naked, maybe like a friend or something.
Yeah, bro.
So I
Just give
put
them
on
a
my
shout.
Instagram story, I said, naked model wanted, hit me up. Like basically that's all. Like with like a blue matte background.
Right.
And then my girlfriend texts me and is like, are you out of your fucking mind? You don't just ask for fucking people to like
Yeah.
be naked that you don't know. Like she was not happy about that. And I was like, okay, I could just ask like one of my friends to do this because a lot of my friends are artists. Like they don't fucking care. So I asked fucking Ima. I was like, hey, you want to just like rent out the KI room and get naked and like we're gonna put a table up and TV in front of your face. Is that cool? And he was like, yeah, sure, I don't care. And we've known each other for like 11 years.
Right.
So at that point, I had not seen his cock before. I hadn't until then. But then we tried to take a couple
Really?
pictures while like he still had I haven't. Yeah, isn't that crazy? He still had like his drawers on and everything, you know what I mean? He just was like covering things with his drawers. We have three different pictures. One is a mixer, one is like DJ turntables, and the other one was like a little yellow card. The card did not cover the cock and balls, so we just could not do it.
Right.
And then he had his drawers on, and I was like, "Yeah, this isn't working. You gotta fucking take them off. You know, what I mean, you gotta take off your drawers."
Sorry, man. You have to take off.
Sorry, man. It's for the video, dude.
It's for the art. It's for the cover.
It's for
the
the art.
pursuit
I
of
need
art,
you
man.
to show me your fucking penis right now for the art. And he had no problem. He was like, "Fuck yeah!" He took that shit off, and then he put the thing.
I
Up
took it off
a
before you
bunch
finished
of
the sentence,
pictures. I
bro.
behind the scenes videos. I have all the above.
I love the URL at the top too. It just adds like this because the whole album's very
that was
grainy and
Andrew's.
hazy and insane and like from like a different warped dimension almost. It's I don't know. So I think the cover
I wanted
matches
to
it pretty
feel
well.
very deep web. I wanted to feel like a creepy pasta or an SCP. Like
Oh,
you're
dude,
on the internet,
it's
you're a
very
kid.
much. I get like black and white static, but like all sharpened and heightened up, like through like an insane grainy like dystopian filter. That's like what I'm getting from it. Like synesthesia wise, it's just
That's
straight
perfect.
up.
That's
It's like
exactly what it is.
it is dark charcoal static, like heavy. And I fuck with it hard. It's pretty dope. I want to talk about the production though real quick. Who was like mainly bulk production? I mean, you guys splitting or what?
No,
It
it was
was.
mostly Andrew.
It's like 99% me. There's like a
Yeah.
few sounds here and there that Riley added, but sorry, for the most part, it's all me. Just like making beats.
Word. So
Riley's
how
the writer guy, so
how the
Yeah,
hell?
I am.
I mean, like, let me get. How the hell does one song come together? Like, could you break down your process from like start to finish of like the mastering? Like, how does a normal song usually come together for you?
It it really depends, like by song.
Right.
I might start. I don't know. I might start with the sample. I might start with the drums. Honestly, it really does depend. Like I kind of make each song differently, just by what I'm feeling. Um, yeah, I don't
Do you
know
think it's like
how to like. I don't even know how to
intuition
go more in depth
that
with that.
like when you're making these beats, is it just like in like sort of just intuition that just comes into it, and that's kind of where it takes fold? Do you think like is it pretty subconscious to make some stuff? Are you stressing
Honestly,
yourself out in the DAW like heavy?
honestly, I mean, my whole process as an artist is very subconscious. I've found like I don't work well with like having an idea beforehand. So yeah, honestly, it's a lot of just like throwing paint at a wall, and if it sticks, cool. Um,
Right. Word.
like especially with this album particularly, like I've made songs for other albums where I was like, I want it to be this genre, and it's gonna, um, with this album, it's I mean, as we already talked about, it's a lot of like um throwaways repurposed. So it is kind of just probably my most experimental. I'm just throwing paint at a wall, something stuck, and then I'm gonna, make it better. So that's kind of the process at its most bare bones for the production on a lot of these songs.
Right.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, a lot of it was very like things would be sent to me very bare bones, but like the bones would be there, and then I'd put like a verse on it, or I'd have an idea for it,
Yeah.
and then Andrew would kind of like rearrange or add more things, knowing okay, now we want this to be like a real song,
Yeah. Well,
and like
I think this album in particular really shows my love for like all music because I sample more in this album than I have any
Dude,
other
the
album.
sampling is
yeah,
so
definitely.
wild. I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro,
It's
but all the
it's
different
it's a lot of
sample.
crate digging.
Well, it's almost like it reminds me of like how vaporwave would just take whatever the hell and find some way to make it fit in the genre. But whatever genre you guys made with this one, like the noise head, whatever is in the master chain to make what you make, man. Like all the samples in here are just so like when I say X was like the craziest like jaw dropping experience, I truly mean that. I don't mean it as like a glaze for the sake of conversation. I mean that as like somebody who listens to music a lot. Like there are certain times where shit just hits perfectly, bro, and like flowers need to be given. You know what I mean? And
Thank you. Yeah.
X was one of those for sure. Like
Do you know Arthur
refractions, I think.
Russell?
What's up?
Do you know the artist Arthur Russell?
I do not, man. Enlighten me.
He's a cellist, I believe. I sampled him for that song. I can send you
Word.
this. Actually, let me just send you the.
There was also this one. I forget which song it was, but it was. I think it might have been X, but like the outro sample where it's just this glorious violin like thing into
Oh,
heaven
that's not a sample.
or like orchestral. Yeah, what was that about? That was interesting.
Okay, I would love to rant about this. There are plugins.
Oh, yeah, that is the uh outro of X, the transition to
Yeah,
Prox.
there. I was having so much fun because do you listen to Eric Whitaker at all?
I do not, man.
I love choral music. So like Eric Whitaker and like Just 8, I guess are like two of the most known choral musicians. Just 8 is a collective, but Eric Whitaker is like maybe the most contemporary known vocal composer.
Hmm.
Um, and I've loved his music for like a few years now. Even before I even knew it was him, like I liked his music. Um, and I found out he came out with a VST that emulates his choir. So I was like, okay, I have to use it. Like it's amazing.
Word.
It's like it's the most realistic choir VST instrument I've ever heard. It's like actually
Well,
insane.
I thought it was a
So
sample you pulled, like straight up. It sounded so
yeah, it's not a
hi-fi.
sample. So you know what
That's
I'm talking about.
wild, bro. That is wild.
um, the
And
other
all those
VST,
crazy like guitar riffs too. Oh, those are all him as well.
indeed.
Damn.
Um, the other VST I use is the BBC Orchestra VST.
Yep, that's
Um,
sauce. That
You know that
songs.
one?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got it. Yeah.
Both of them are made by Spitfire, I believe. And
Word.
that one is also just an insane plug and very realistic. I love orchestral music. Um, so I was just like, I don't know. I grew up going to church, so
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
I wanted to replicate what it was like for me as a 7-year-old boy to sit and listen to a choir and an orchestra at the same time. And it sounds like that to an extent, but yeah. I was just nerding out when I made that because I was like, these VSTs are fucking insane, and I was having so much fun with it.
All right. That's
Hmm.
awesome, bro. And Nog, what about? Let me ask you, what's a formative experience you had with music akin to Andrew's with choir music? What's something that lives in your head a little bit that informs your creativity? You think maybe subconsciously or I don't know.
A bunch of things. Definitely. I also grew up going to church, and my mom was a Christian, and then my dad was a Buddhist. So I had a lot of weird like spiritual influences coming in just in general.
Right.
That definitely you can like hear in my music. You can hear. I feel like on this album more than anything, just kind of like weird spiritual influences because I'm not religious, but like I really like weird spiritual things like that. I'm very drawn to it, and definitely some degree of music comes with that too, but the biggest thing for me always has been hip hop. And I think this album is probably like the most hip hop album, definitely for him, but probably even for me too. I got to rap the most and just go crazy with it. And like Where You Are is like such a great storytelling song, and like I get to still tell a story in Southern Comfort, and just like
Right.
it was very nice too because usually I'm producing all my own stuff, and it was very nice to have that beat, that groundwork, the land beneath my feet already paved and built for me so that I could just run so fast and just rap my fucking ass off. And hip hop was definitely in my mind. I'm here in Richmond. I'm from VA, and Lil Ugly Mane is a fucking legend.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was in my mind a lot in all works that I make, honestly, but especially here and just like rapping and just being very like not afraid to be dark and grungy with it, knowing that like you can very tastefully be like super aggressive and shit like that,
Right.
and just very much making sure that the spirit of hip hop is within me as much as possible, just like in this project. It's been like really fun to just like go at it, fucking sink my teeth into the fucking beats and rap.
That's so dope to hear because it all pans out. Like it all pans out on my listen, bro. It was a fucking joy to transition through every song one by one. But on your like on Virginia, who do you think is next up? Who do you think is on your ranking of Virginia artists? Or do you think Tommy Richmond beats them all?
Tommy Richmond doesn't beat them all. He's not far from here. I think he's from
He's
Nova.
got $1 million,
He's
man.
not far from
He's
here.
got $1 million,
He does have
baby.
$1 million, baby. Yeah, he does. Um, Tommy Richmond's cool. You know, I mean, I'm really happy, honestly, to see him come up. I think that that's really cool, especially because like for so long I perceived him as just like part of our little pocket of the underground. You know what
Right?
I mean?
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
making songs with Shy High and making songs with Perry Mason and shit.
Hmm.
And that was just it was so cool to see him just get huge out of nowhere, especially because that's VA. But in terms of my VA Mount Rushmore, it's um I'm trying to think if I should put them all in the same place, but it's Lil Ugly Mane, it's Clips 100%, and
Mm,
you decide if that takes two spots or one. But fucking Pusha T and No Malice 100%. Nicholas F, which is a Richmond artist local around here, but literally inspired fucking Drake to start rapping. So maybe
damn.
there's a little bit of pros and cons with that, but in
Yeah.
my opinion. But
Yeah.
Nicholas F is an incredible rapper and does not get his flowers as much as he should. He should be way bigger than he is. Check out Trick Dice Volume 2 if you haven't. Low Ugly Man produces it under the moniker Sean Kemp. And
Whoa.
number 4, I'm obliged to say Pharrell, just because, Pharrell fucking made a lot of shit happen, here in fucking Virginia in general, and I feel like he reps it the most. So that's what I'll put as my Mount Rushmore. Is we got little two-headed Clips, Low Ugly Man, Nicholas F. Pharrell.
Not too
Shouts out
shabby,
for-
bro. Not too shabby. Oh man, what else do I want to ask? Anything you want to ask each other, real quick?
What's a question I could ask you, Andrew? Oh, I have a question. Do you want to talk about Window Garden
What about
and
it?
your verse on Window Garden? I think it's a good story. You know what I mean?
In the broadcasted interview that's going to be posted online.
Yeah.
Authenticity is the new currency, or something.
Okay.
That's. I'm asking you. It's up to you. You do not have to.
Okay.
But
That verse is a love song to a partner that was cheating on me when I wrote the verse.
Word. Did you know about it?
Not while I was writing the verse.
Okay.
not while
Yeah.
he was writing the verse, but like the timestamps add up to like while he was writing the verse, the cheating was happening.
Oh, whoa. Like at the
Yeah.
same time in history?
No, like the same exact
Oh
time.
my god, bro.
Mhm.
All girls are
So
the same.
that was the last love song I ever wrote for that girl.
Dang.
And then there's Believe Me, there is an album.
So there is an album.
There is an album, and it is good. And it is good.
Word. Well, that's pretty interesting.
It is. There are a lot of interesting little just fun facts about this album, I will say.
Yeah, I guess a couple I can ring off of the top of my head. Southern Comfort, I have this documented too. I did drunk in my girlfriend's parents' backyard while dogs were barking. Like it was a very loud moment. It was about to storm and birds were chirping and dogs were barking.
That's like a
And
bad
I was
acid
like-
trip waiting to happen. You're just
Oh,
describing the
Yeah.
worst little.
Scuba diver.
Yeah.
I wrote the verse on the beach at what's it called? The Landing Park by, you know what I'm talking about.
The landing
Um,
park.
Fuck, what's it called?
Oh, I know White River. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
It's close to, yeah, it's close to you.
That park is so nice, bro.
Baller spot, bro. I wrote that verse there. Sorry, you can continue, right?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, basically I did that one verse a couple White Claws in outside. It was
Nice.
pretty
Connecting with
beautiful.
nature and then using drugs and alcohol, two very different ways of getting creative
course.
inspiration.
I'm trying to. God, I had another thing I was gonna say, but I forgot.
It's okay. What's
What
your
it
most
was.
reliable creative inspiration source? Like when you have to make something. Yeah.
YouTube video essays on art history.
Mm.
How so?
Trust me, bro. Just it's unexplainable. You just have to watch him.
So you watch it,
There's
you
this
get
YouTuber.
amped up on like your legacy, maybe, possibly, and then you're like, I have
What?
to. Like, do you watch like a art music video about like this dude was the best musician, and you're just like amped up to prove yourself as well, like in that way,
No,
or what
I
way?
mean like
I'm interested.
I mean like when I say art history, I mean like old paintings, like
Oh, bet.
Da Vinci, like
Okay.
there's this artist or not artist, YouTuber. His name is Inspirago. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I watch his videos to be inspired, and
Oh.
it works. I don't know what it is. It just works for me.
Interesting, man. Hell
He
yeah.
talks about paintings that he likes.
Hmm.
So yeah. What about you, Noghead?
Usually there's a variety of things. Like anytime I produce, I put on like a screensaver of kind of what I want to sound like. Like
Right.
back to Southern
Right.
Comfort again. Is I was outside, you know what I mean, and just like seeing like the grass and like the sky and shit. I like to paint scenes, and usually I think about movie scenes, or sometimes I watch movie scenes. But I will say one video that always kind of gets me going is the Cherry Bomb documentary by Tyler the Creator. Every time I watch it, I am like, I make the most music in a night. I've watched it like 3 times in full, and every time I watch it,
Right.
I go, "Fuck, dude! I just want to make music. That's so awesome."
That's hard. That for me, that was the Brockhampton doc where they're all in the house and it's like a 1 hour 30
Classic.
minutes of them just going ham, releasing a music video a week, making 4 songs, demos a day. It's like, oh my god, bro! It's like so
that shit-
wild. It's
that
a
shit is
primal
inspiring.
creative energy.
I remembered what I wanted to say. The Window Garden music video, which we just dropped today.
Mhm.
In all the scenes where I'm actually in a garden, I'm wearing a black shirt, and in the corner of the black shirt is a little orange insignia, which just so happens to also be the cover of Godspeed 2.
No shot.
No
That's
Watch
way.
the
pretty hard,
video.
bro.
I
That's
didn't know that.
pretty hard.
And then Corey Infinite is repped in Keep Me in the Moment, which I
Oh,
think is cool
dude.
too.
My
Sick.
goat, bro.
Corey does make some cool shit.
Bro,
God, I love his
Corey
I
stuff.
fucking
would.
helped me concept a mask like last year, and that shit was so cool to me
That
that we
motherfucker
like got
is.
to talk about clothes.
Dude, sick.
I love him, bro. He's such a humble, just like helpful
He
dude.
is.
I'll
He's
just
so
like,
awesome. He doesn't shy away from answering my DMs and shit like that ever. And it's like, dude,
you know,
you are like my top fashion inspiration because I love to just take shit and make it into other shit, like very unorthodox. And he
yeah.
is like,
Yeah.
he's so good.
I
Dude,
have two
yeah.
pieces. One of them will we sell for like what, like $3,000. I didn't buy it for that much, but that's how much it resells for now. Which
I
is
have
insane.
I have a 1 in 200 Corey Infinite jumpsuit, the like creation jumpsuits that
Damn.
has his face on the back of them.
That's sick. Well, the scuba
Yeah.
diver tee is 1 in 50. Or maybe like 1
There
in
you go.
45.
And I
Something
have
around there.
one of those.
I have one of those as well, I think.
Hard, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's cool. That's
I have
cool to hear it's been repped.
I have your merch too, Andrew. Of course, I got the fucking acid wash crop top for Internal Dystopia off of shouts out Love and Hate. I think.
Shouts out.
Love and hate, bro.
Shout out Justin, bro.
Shouts out them. I wanted
Shouts
to do
out.
another thing with them, but they didn't have the capacity for what I was thinking. It's all right. I
But,
love them though
The
because they.
capacity. They don't have the brain space. They
It's. I
couldn't
think it's. I
handle
think
your
it's him
grandiose
by
idea.
himself with his paint shirt thing. Like I think he's a one man operation, which is kind of sick.
Breast. Yeah.
But
he is.
That's
I'm pretty good
Yeah.
friends with Justin. We talk a lot.
dude, yeah, he's chill. He's fine by me, bro. Shit. What else do I want to ask? What do you think? Well, I just get the main pressing question I kind of want to ask is more philosophical than anything.
Mhm.
But it's like, has there ever been a time in your life where you existed without creativity? And like, what did that feel like?
Yeah. Okay. So I remember like I was. It was like what, 7th grade, like quarantine, I think, for me. And I was just playing video games every day. And I was like, I don't know, something just struck me, and I was like, I'm gonna make music. And then I did, and now I'm here.
Right.
Like it was a very just like weird, memorable night where I just was like awake, and I was like, I'm gonna just make music because I feel like I'm not doing anything. So
Right.
yeah, there was I mean, I was always a creative kid, but like I wasn't a very creative person most of my like preteen years.
Mm-hmm. About
I don't
you?
know. I've always been fairly creative. Like when I was a kid, I said I wanted to be an artist and a scientist, and I'd like mix a bunch of food stuff together and
Shout
like
out Dr.
chemicals
Bones.
I found together and shit like that. Shout out Dr. Bones. And I would fucking I would just I always wanted to make. I always knew I wanted to make. I tried being a YouTuber. I tried being like a traditional regular artist.
Oh,
I
didn't we
tried
all?
being a yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro.
I
Some of us
tried
still
being a
trying.
claymator. I tried being a painter. I made music like on my phone using fucking GarageBand and Music Maker Jam like when
Didn't
I
we
was
all, bro?
really young, yeah. And didn't know what I was doing. And then it was also in quarantine where I was like, I need to fucking like actually make music. And I bought, not cracked, but I bought FL Studio and fucking I watched maybe one tutorial. I still to this day have not watched like any beat making tutorials. However, in the past 3 years, I did go through and now have graduated music school in my degree and have my degree in audio engineering. So
Hell yeah.
I
I'm
do
working
have
my way
that
up there
now.
too, bro.
But even before then, you know what I mean? I still like to do things like my own way, and I've always liked things to be like dirty and rough and weird. That's why I call like my toy core. I like it to be a little bit off,
Right.
a
I
little
mean, I
bit
feel like
off, and kind of like
the
playful.
most memorable stuff for me in music nowadays is the stuff that's legitimately just freakish and weird and off-putting, or
Oh
like
yeah.
textured in some sort of weird way.
I remember when you called face first at like won your little award thing on Instagram,
Right.
and you called it
Oh
like
yeah.
a freaky ass, scary ass song or something like that on your
Right.
story.
Yeah. Like I think it was like a ominous. I don't know. It sounded like an ominous but bright, insane experience.
Well, Noghead made
I can
some
remember it.
like banger ass fall music. I cannot wait for fall so I can listen to Rugburn every day.
Yeah,
Right.
dude. I make great fall is my season, especially
Oh yeah.
eggnog is back on the shelves at Kroger, and that's when I come alive. Is I
Mm.
have two shows lined up for next month. Fucking, it's when I make all my best. I made two albums last year in fall, and like shit like that. Everything, all my greatest moments. My just body animates a different way when fall comes, and I make fall music, and it's beautiful
Hell yeah, bro. What's next
for
As
me.
you.
for you first?
So for Andrew, it's Fazio. Um, I, for me next, I have an album that I've been working on since January 2023.
Hmm.
That I've I've actually talked to you a little bit about before, like a while ago in DMs. But it has been a very important project for me, and I've had the name for it for the longest time. It's just been in the back of my head, and I've been making little things for it here and there. And this year, like with the wrapping up of Noisehead, is when I've started honing in all my energy for it. So my next, I think I'll probably drop a song before the year ends, but I will have an album by summer 2026. That's a solo project that is kind of like definitely like without a doubt my magnum opus. It's like
Whoa.
it's like kind of like my follow up to Stop It Now, I guess, is that it's like it's my true next true blue full length album.
Man, if you had to, I don't want you to spoil it or even really talk about it. I don't want you to give anything away because I know the creative
Mm-hmm.
pursuit is like keep it silent in your head. It's your own little secret, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what makes it
I've
fun to
kept it
work on.
silent from like everyone. I've barely shown like my friends this shit too.
Right.
I haven't heard it.
But here's the
Yeah,
thing.
Andrew
I
hasn't heard
will
it.
ask this. What do you think when you say magnum opus? What do you value your magnum opus as? What is the reflection of Noghead that you see in this album that you haven't brought to people before? In your words.
Just that, it's the clearest image of me that I think I can possibly give, and that's what so much of art is to me, is showing my life in the most like sparkly fucking like clear crisp lens I possibly can, because
Right.
it's like my catharsis through speech and noise. And it's a lot of it is delving into like childhood and I mean the past and the present, fucking future nostalgia, anemoia, shit like that. And
Mm.
it's very the past, it's very like touching territory that I usually don't, I mean, it's just so very raw in what it is that it's very like uncomfortable in that sense, but it's so like I love that. I love doing that. I love being like very in your face,
Right.
raw. It's there. I'm also singing the most in it than I have. Like I don't really sing much, but I sing a lot in it. And I'm excited to like truly launch that. You know what I mean? Like we have catharsis, and we have like what rug burn kind of. We have ear fatigue kind of. But I'm just very excited to like sing my fucking heart out.
Hell yeah,
It's
bro.
magnum opus because it's the clearest image of me.
Dude, I'm there, and I'm anybody who's tapped in is there too. Like I feel like the interesting thing I see in the underground in general, I guess, certain artists and stuff, the people in the rotation, is that they all seem to have, even despite the fact that they're not like Maroon 5 Bad Bunny numbers on Spotify or something. Everybody puts so much care and attention into their work. It's almost like delusional. You know what I mean? You would think it'd be
Oh yeah,
delusional to to really go out there and say, I'm going to devote 3 years of my life to an album about self-actualization or something. But that's the rarity that nobody else has, I feel like, and it separates. That's why at least I feel like after this whole scene, the whole thing flourishing right now, 2025 Underground is really, really interesting to watch. And like all the albums, it's not like amateur albums. It's people actually skilled making projects that are cohesive and translate and are like, you can stand up to, works that other people can be inspired by, right? That's the cool shit. I don't know. It's just cool to hear you talk about that, man. And then Andrew, I guess what's your future look like?
Well, I have an album. It's like basically done. I want to scream on this one track and then it'll be done. I just have to find a place to scream.
Word.
The album's called Vazio. It's coming out on Halloween.
Huh.
Because I love Halloween. It's probably my best album. I mean, I think it is.
I don't, but it's really good.
What do you think my best album is?
Okay, so I have two answers for this. I think that your most like mature album is Mizani, and that's what I'd say is like probably like kind of the peak. However, my favorite is Creature, hands down.
Yeah,
It's just
that's one of my
so many
sleeper
emotions.
favorites too.
It's so many. It dropped the day we met in Toronto,
Honestly,
and it just encapsulates like that was lightning in a bottle. Creature is lightning in a bottle. Every song on it is so good and so distinct. It's so distinct. And
yeah.
so,
I
I
yeah,
want to say Creature, but I think Mizani's like the most mature. Like you can hear how good you are at what you do now and play your instruments and talk your
right.
shit.
I think Vazio is it shows my like the skill I've acquired from doing this for a while. Um, very much in the production. There are instruments, but it's a very electronic album.
It is, and I
It's
love to see it.
really it's really just like it comes from a place of like psychosis and you can really tell. And I think it's very interesting to me.
It is.
Which is why I
It's
like it so
very
much.
insane.
Um,
It's
I'm
the
kind of
most like worldly album other than this one, other than noisehead.org and Creature. It's the most like one that feels like a world to me. Like
Hmm.
Soundscapes, Eternal Dystopia, and like Mizani all feel like you to me. You know what I mean? It feels like you're speaking, it's your album. Creature and Vazio feel like it's a character in a world. And I
yeah.
think that's really cool.
I think I
Interesting.
would like the way I like to describe it is like the weirdest breakup album ever. Because that's what it is. It came from a place of like coping with, like my emotions as a human being.
And you talk your shit in this album.
I
I
do.
like
And
that. I like how much shit
lyrically,
is talked.
it will make you feel the same. Lyrically and sonically, it'll make you feel the way I feel, which is, I mean, not intentional. I was just making shit to like cope, but
Right.
it's how is perceived. And I've showed people it. And the people that I've showed, like, it's made a few people cry, so that's cool.
Damn, bro.
um,
Cry in the
yeah.
club.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
I think it's my best. So I'm very excited.
I also wrote one of like my favorite choruses on it.
Hmm.
Hell
Like
yeah.
my
Generational
favorite.
trauma music
It's
is
called
what it's called.
Generation.
Actually,
And
wait. Let me just read the track list real quick.
yeah, yeah. Let's get a track. Let's read
You
on
you're
the
gonna
album that
you're
isn't the
gonna
one
hear
we're
this.
talking about.
You're gonna hear this album, and you're just gonna be confused.
Okay.
And I think that's awesome. It's very inspired by a lot of the new shit that's coming out right now. It's not good, in my opinion. So I'm not gonna name names, but it's inspired by music I don't listen to and I don't like,
Hmm.
which is weird. But
Well, it's
um,
something you mentioned
I was in like
before,
a
like
very
you'd listen to country music to get inspiration, even though you didn't like it or something. I remember you saying that one
and I
time.
love country music now, which is weird. I love
Yeah,
Dixie Chicks and like
that's really
Zach Brown
interesting.
Band.
Hmm.
Um, but it's inspired by music I don't really listen to or like. An artist I do like a lot right now is Edward Skeletrix, and I think his music really
Yeah,
inspired.
he is doing something weird. He's doing
It
something
doesn't
freaky.
sound necessarily like his music, but it is inspired by it.
Interesting.
The track list after the title track is dance music, generational trauma music, pop music, suicide music, coworker music, basic bitch music, male manipulator music, and sad music.
Whoa.
So it's just something music, and
That's wild. That's
it's
interesting. Dude, I'm
it's
tapped
very
in.
funny to me.
I'm there. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I don't want to talk too much about it before it comes out, but
We're talking
yeah,
about noisehead.org right now.
Talking about noise
yes, we
head,
are.
bro. Get your act together. Hey, forget about
Okay,
it.
Yeah, come
my
on,
question,
buddy.
my question for you before we wrap this up is, what do you think? Like, you can like, what are your like peak moments, peak lyrics? What can I do better as a producer or a writer? Like,
Me?
Yo, what can I do as a
what do
writer?
you? Well, yeah, what do you
Holy.
think?
Guys, I
Give us your
was
meat.
low key blown away. Like, I don't really have notes. It's more of like a. You really
Right.
want to know my thoughts, honestly? I thought
Hmm.
it gave me the same feeling as when I listened to Scaring the Host for the first time when I was in high school. That's the exact feeling. Like
Wow.
it was like a solid ass project of like holy shit, different world, two people on the top of their game. What the fuck?
Hmm.
How did these guys I knew from when I like TikTok and shit like that, like all like growing up in the scene, how do they make this whole fucking insane experience? That's my thoughts personally. It's not like
Hmm.
a you can work on this, you can do that. I think
Right.
I genuinely just think it's really interesting and like the transitions all the way through and the moments that hit and like Refraction is so fucking weird. I talked about that so much, but it's such a weird song. That weird little like I don't even know what it is. It's like this click that's so apparent throughout the whole song. Dude, it's just so many cool production moments. And every song builds and has so many different like I call them little obstacles like glitches or different areas where just like stuff happens, you know what I mean? And for like a
Hmm.
second the song distorts and becomes a completely different thing, right? So much of that you can't even like really pin it down, and that's I don't know. I'm because I'm a person who listens production first, and obviously this album is like production at the forefront. The lyrics are like there to analyze on like the second and third listen, right? But
Hmm.
like what I'm taking away really heavy is like the professionalism of the production is translating 100%, and I feel like that needs to be said. Like keep going. It gave me the same scaring the hose feeling. That's my words.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And
I
that's
I appreciate
yeah,
that coming from you, because I still don't view myself as like a professional producer. So that
right,
does give me like that. Yeah, that is nice to hear. So I
dude.
appreciate
I
that.
appreciate
It's
that
sick.
coming from you because you're a producer that I
Yeah,
really, really
that too.
respect. An artist that I really, really respect, but especially a producer that I really, really respect and have for like years too. Like when I first found your music, I found you around the same time I found like Perry and Moochie and Overpaid and stuff. You were and like Shy. I was like, this is one of the greats of our underground right now. You know what I mean? Like,
That
and
means a
then now
lot,
it's
bro.
so
Thank
cool that
you,
it's like you're interviewing me is so awesome to me.
dude. It's sick.
Even still,
We gotta like support all the music coming out, man. Partially
fuck yeah,
because
we
I
do.
mean, fucking, I see everybody as like this is gonna sound so like cliche and anticlimactic and pretentious, probably low key, but I see everybody as like the 20-year-old version of like their future greatest self. So like, you know, what if you met Johnny Cash when he was 16 and showing you songs? You have no idea it's
Mhm.
going to be Johnny Cash. But if you just treat every artist like they could be the fully realized version of themselves, then you get to have like interesting ass conversations from that perspective. Like give everybody their flowers up front, I feel like is something
Oh
that's
yeah,
awesome. Because I walk into noisehead.org not thinking, oh, it's two guys who came together and made an album. I walk into it thinking, holy shit, a new addition to the discography. The legacy of these two artists has now been entwined with a new creation, right? Let's see what they came together with. And then that goes, it's like, I feel like we got to give each other flowers in that respect. Like the status is
Hmm.
most
oh yeah,
definitely earned if you're working every day creatively to make a vision. You know, and we should spread that and be like, you know what, when someone drops, it's an event. Like it needs to be
right.
because people are putting in this much work. Like it doesn't get lost. Like on me at least. So
Hmm.
that's my
Same,
outlook
and
on
I
it.
think like what would I want other people to treat me like is like where I started with that sentiment,
Mm,
and I was like, I want to give all that respect, and then it just became that like Scuba Divers drop and Shoddy the Beam is about to drop. You know what I mean? Like Blue Jay's about to drop. I'm so fucking ready for it. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
like so excited to hear what they're gonna do
Shout
next.
out Shotty
Especially
the Beam,
'cause-
bro.
Dude,
yeah,
Shotty's
real shit.
crazy. He's on his
is so
own
crazy.
lane, bro. It's so fun. That's what I love too. Is since everybody's self-producing their own stuff, they can just go niche as hell in their own tunnel-visioned respective fields, and now you have like aesthetics compounding on top of aesthetics, like completely original, completely like Shoddy the Beams, like almost like pop punk and like campy version of music it is so zany and wild. Like I appreciate it so much, but like I don't know, so, like a normal person would look at that and be like, "Oh, it's like Tizo or something." But there's so much more going on. And that's how I see everybody.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's got their own little pocket. Like even from the way people like mix and master their stuff, how they mix their vocals in something like that is a tell, and that creates like a sonic funk. You know what I mean? Like because everybody who's in the DIY scene, nobody's like a professional producer, mixer, master. Everybody's just trying as good as they can and then learning over time, right? So you get all these people who sprout off and evolve into different tunnel vision sects of what they enjoy to hear that might be completely different from another person's mix master, and that's also so interesting to me. Is like we're gonna get albums out there that just have weird ass flavor to them that we wouldn't have normally, because people are there's an extra aspect of tunnel visioning that comes with being an 100% all-rounded artist. You know what I mean? More than just like having like 5 people work on the same song. It's like if it's all you, man, you can't help but make it a little bit weird and funky. I mean, it's like that's how it goes.
What's it that you said, Andrew, in a line that I think was cut? You're like, your mix is great. You have no fun, or like, your mix is great. Like
Yeah,
it
something like
is.
that. I was like, your mix is fantastic. Your song sucks.
Yeah, pretty much. 'Cause
That's
that's how it feels to me. I hate like a boring clean mix. You know what I mean? I want some fucking dirt.
Which is
Like
yeah.
What's the fucking artist name before I forget? Fucking like G Lip and fucking Dog Tired by, you know who I'm talking about, Andrew. Oh, my Spotify is loading. Hold on.
Oh, I know
By
who you're talking
Camille Keller.
I know. Yes, Camille Keller.
That
Yes.
those songs and that album, they all sound like they're recorded like a room away.
Yeah.
But like the fucking like the kick still side chain so nice and
I
shit
wanna-
like that.
I
But
want
the
to
vocals
say.
are distant and indiscernible, and it's so cool.
I want to say on my next solo album, it is very, like, I know we're not talking about that, but I want to talk about it. Like you're saying, with like each artist has their own like mixing and mastering process. Really comes out in this because it's my most electronic, but there are verses on here that are not mixed. Like
Right.
on one of my songs, there is autotune on it, and that's it. Like it's just autotune, no EQ, no compression, no delay, like nothing. There's a few verses on the album that are unmixed over very electronic beats, and it works in a it works in a way that's it works really well for like when I listen back to it. And I think people like you that produce music are gonna listen to that, and like it's gonna inspire people, hopefully.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, what is that, like an hour? I think that's good time, but
Yeah. I've got an 8:30.
I do as
All right,
well.
last thing I want to do, all 3 of us, is give our top 3 songs on the album.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
I'll go.
Unlike you.
Sorry,
you go first.
No, you go first because you already started.
Okay.
You had the boldness to start.
Let me pull it up real quick. Okay.
We'll go in order here. We'll do Andrew, me, then.
Unlike you.
That's your number 1.
It's so hard. I love them so much.
Yeah.
I Knew Heaven and Boxed.
Yeah, that's your top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, mine.
4th would be Southern Comfort.
Fire pick.
Then Winter Garden.
Yeah. Just give a top 5 at this point. Fuck it. I probably will too. I Knew Heaven is my number one. My number one for sure. It is so cool. It's so unique. I mean it when I say there's no other song like that in the world.
Right.
Um, I Knew Heaven's my number one. God, it's really hard to pick after that because I have like different reasons for them. Where You Are might be my number two. I'm gonna put that my number two. It's the first song we made, but it feels so timeless to me. It's so good. I love my verse. I love the little story in it so much. I just love just how like it's structured so nice. It's just so great. So I'm gonna put Where You Are at number two. I'm gonna put Unlike You at number three. That's my number three pick
Damn.
because oh my fucking god, I love my verse on that one so much, and just how the production. I love how like I did my Hobo Johnson Sucks verse on that one before I did it on Hobo Johnson Sucks, and Andrew was just like, "Oh, we're gonna keep it," and then he like stretched it out so it like slowly builds up, and like when the
Right.
bass hits, when I go, "And the aphrodisiacs want to tear me up to shreds," like I'm saying crazy shit on that fucking
Right.
song, and I love that so much.
You
So that'd
said
be my
one
three.
line. One line popped out to me so hard. It was so good, and I don't remember it, but I remember how it made me feel. And now I got to think of what you said. That was so good. It was a one-liner like that, bro. I have to get back to it now. Fuck. That is so wild, though. I
Is
think it
it
might have
God
been
is a
that
woman,
song
baby, God
too.
loves me?
That one does stick out.
Bitch, I'm married to. I love that whole
Dot
verse.
organism is not in my top five. However, that verse is so good. My verse on Dot organism, like I can't wait to drop the lyrics because oh my god, I'm fucking spitting on that goddamn song.
Oh, you said
Yes.
code switching like a programmer. That's what you
Code
said.
switching like a
Dude, that
programmer.
was
No
so
man,
good.
spit them on
I'm
like
on
show
like show
planets just
play,
to write
just to
me
run
up.
me
It's just
up. It's just
ugly. Curls
ugly.
up on your spine. That ain't right. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Trigger fingers clicking keys. Oh, you must be rusty. Body with a lot of moving parts that they'll trust me.
Okay.
Honey scented lavender. Bitch, I must be.
No.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Uh, let's just four and five. My number four pick is gonna be Window Garden, and my number five pick is gonna be Brand New Guitar because it's fucking awesome still.
Dude, hell yeah. I'm gonna give one, two, three. I think honestly no particular order because I've only listened to this album all the way through completely once. So I have to like go based off of just the first listen experience I had, just like
That's raw
floating
though.
through it.
Fuck yeah.
I loved I Knew Heaven, Refraction, and X. Those were the three most memorable for me. All in different points of the sequencing of the album, like the beginning, middle, and end. I mean, every song is really memorable because the production is so fucking weird and out there and complete, right? But like
Hmm.
those three were really good. Like Refraction for me was like thank God they like no like I don't know the reaction I got from Refraction was almost like I trust these guys with this pocket. Like I'm in a very good space here. Like this is awesome. Thank God they know how to make something like this and like have it be like just a trip. You know what I mean? Like it didn't feel like a because it's like the slowest, most meditative one in a way. It didn't feel like a diversion. It felt like part of the journey. It felt like part of the journey where things were slowing down before the final. Like it felt perfectly in tune with just the experience. So that's my highlight,
Hmm.
low key. Um, it's like a meditative one because you just went through like 40 minutes of this clusterfuck, and now you just have like a cool down. You know, it's so
Just like
nice,
peace washing over you. Fucking Andrew always referred to that one as synth porn,
dude.
and I
It's,
think that's a
it's
good
really good. And then
that's
I
a
Knew
good way
Heaven,
of
dude. I
putting
mean,
it.
I don't even know how you make that. That thing is just insane. That's from a different world. That's such a cool beat. I love it's like
Fuck.
so
I had to
cheerful.
convince him to keep that one too.
Dude, it's like you get this
Yeah.
this whole thing. I'm getting like DSI, Frutiger, Arrow, low key vibes, all this different
It's all
I
stuff. You know what I
fucking
mean?
shit.
And
it's
that's
That's
all
like,
where I
gates.
live.
That's my production sauce. Everything in that song has a gate on it,
damn,
pretty much.
hell yeah,
That's why it sounds so choppy.
yeah, yeah,
Is it? Yeah.
dude,
I don't
it's
know if you got
sick.
into gates yet, but you experiment with gates. It's yeah.
That might be the play, low key, because that was interesting. Is like shit would just cut off, like the reverb and everything too. It was just hella
Oh
hella
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, so many
Sidechaining and
cutoffs.
gates. Yeah.
It feels like to me that song I have so many notes about, but like it feels like overwhelming. Like slowly you're having a thought and it's getting to be too much. Like progressively, like I love just at the end you have all of these layers stacked on top of each other. You have like this arp in your ear. You have the original chords. You have Andrew's
Right.
verse, Andrew's voice talking over Andrew's voice with my voice like pitched up and the girl voice talking over it with I have my girlfriend's voice actually at one part in that song. And then like she's in like another ear, and then like the fucking like drums are still playing and shit,
Dude,
and like
also
shit's buzzing. And
one production moment that really sticks out is on Brand New Guitar. That synth lead that comes in with Andrew's refrain, where everything just goes away. It's just that sign. Oh my god, bro, that's just so
The
addicting. It's like you know exactly what you're doing when you're making that.
little solos.
Oh, dude, it was crazy. It's like,
also,
oh
fun
my
fact
god,
about Brand New Guitar, since I got a flex since he did all the production, is I wrote basically all of Brand New Guitar.
hell yeah.
Both of
Oh
our
yeah,
verses,
I
I
couldn't
wrote the
write that shit.
chorus.
I'm not nearly as good a writer as Riley is. Like I have the production, he has the writing. Like
It's like
I
Hall and
could not have written
Oates.
that verse.
Hall and
I
Oates,
am
bro.
a wordsmith for sure. I will take that all day.
All right, at
I had so
wordsmiths,
much
give
fun.
then
I sang.
describe your album to somebody who's never heard it before we leave. How would you sell it?
Um, it feels like it feels like a machine in a room has gained sentience and it's reaching out to you through the static.
Hmm.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yep.
I really like it. I don't know.
Okay, word. Word. I'll let you get away with
I would
that
I
be
one,
mean,
no.
bro.
it's cool type
It's
shit.
it's cool.
It's like it's sick. You know what I mean? Like
You know,
it
it's I
really
just think
feels
it's
like
really
it's
it really
very
feel
like
like
bluish, like black and white,
it's
bro.
really
It's like
beautiful, honestly, when two people come together to make something
two
like
people
that.
come together. You know,
And I
something
Yeah.
like
just
this could
it's
make
really
you a
like
lot of money.
it's really like Sonic Sex if you think about it.
It's like a
It's
child
like
being born, you know? Baby created.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to answer that question. Like how would I sell it to someone?
I don't know. You kept your aura points. I think you're all good. That's all that
No.
matters. That's all that matters. That was like a Kevin
I'd say, dude,
Abstract
go
ass
listen to the
answer.
fucking album. Don't ask
Kevin
me.
Abstract be
I
like,
made
I
the
don't
album
know.
to get the feeling across. Why would I tell you right now with a couple of words? The album speaks the words. Put it
I
in
don't
your
know.
ear.
No, it's cool.
I think
Put
it's
the
pretty good.
fucking album in your ear.
I've already recommended
Huh?
it to people I'm DMing who like DM me like, "Oh, I love your music." I'm like, "Dude, what do you listen to?" Someone asked me my inspirations right now, like producers. I said like Mac Miller, Quedeca self-producing is really heat, and then I said check out the new Nog and Andrew Snakes, and then they're
Oh
like, "I
hell
don't
yeah!
know who those people are." I said you got to tap in.
There
So
with
I'm
your
already
quad and
spreading the
Mac
gospel. But
Miller.
that's it. All right, I wanted to interview done. It's we're getting late, but thank you for stopping by. Andrew Snakes, Noghead, noisehead.org incorporated. And I've been your host, Scuba Diver, talking and yapping along. So crazy. So awesome. That is Doug Turman on the screen right now. Where can people pick those up? Is that a merch shop? Is that you got stuff you're selling or no?
No, he's not for sale currently, but
All right,
hopefully we
not
can
currently.
put him
If
up there
if
at some
enough people
point.
start listening to the album, then we can do.
Yeah,
Then
we did think about doing Doug Turman shirts. So if that's
Right.
something that interests you or the vast populace,
because
I think we can
Axel,
definitely make it happen.
you want to say hi? Okay, I have to go.
Okay, word. All right. I'll see you. Have a good one, Andrew.
Peace out.
Peace. It's just you and me, boy. It's just you and me,
It
boy.
is. Two of us. Just the two of us.
I actually really did like the album. No bullshit. Like no.
I'm so glad.
God,
You
man.
were very supportive throughout the rollout too. It was what I thought was really cool, and especially about doing this was the fact that you kind of like we met in real life, which was awesome, and you like came into the room. We just kind of had like a conversation about the album, which you knew nothing about at that point. You know, what I mean, you
Right.
just knew that it was kind of happening, and that we're doing a collab album. And we just kind of like talked about it like ahead of time. We maybe showed you like a couple little things, but that's like it. You know what I mean? Like you were kind of like blind to the world, and then like I leave, I go back to Virginia, and then in April we start this long, slow rollout, which was Andrew's idea, by the way, to make it like really long. And then we did have a couple hangups. Like Perry did not send his verse for the longest time.
Right.
But like things like that where like it was just so cool to do that. And then now you have the album, you've seen the rollout, you have it in your hands. And now like kind of having, I think the dichotomy of point A and point B is going to be really cool.
Well, I think it's really good as like a piece of work to come out of, like it shows the underground's creativity full force. Like when people point to this album, like I don't know, because here's the thing, it's niche, right? So nobody talks about it the way I think of it already.
Right.
But I do think of it as like a scaring the, like for the people who are in the know, it does feel like a scaring the hose type of moment where it's like legitimately a beautiful album that's just like fuck shit bizarre adventure coming out. It's like so awesome. And man, I want people to hear it so bad. I'm gonna be screaming it from the rooftops either way. But like,
Yeah,
it's inspired me too because like, what's it called? I've been making my own music as well, but like all of it's so I don't know, it's like very meditative and weird, and honestly the mixing is all out of whack. I don't feel great about it. But like hearing you guys make music and shit like that, it's almost like, man, like it reinvigorates the idea to like, you know what, just say fuck it and create a new album in 3 months. You know what I mean? Like it's just like really, it's a really passionate album. I feel it, and I don't know, man. It's just so sick. And if you're ever down to send me demos, dude, I'd be more than happy to like just send music back and forth, because this, I don't know, just cool shit.
I already know that I want you on my next album. I've actually known that I want you on my next album for probably like a year and a half now.
Word, I'm there. I'm there.
I texted you like forever ago because the album is very aquatic and you're a scuba diver, so
Right.
you have to be on it.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would be awful if you weren't. So 100%, we're gonna be working on some shit.
Hell yeah, bro.
And
All right.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'm so glad you view it that way, because I try and view it that way too, as like it's a moment in like our little pocket of the underground. Especially because like when I was in the group chats with all the people that I'd like met that kind of like formed the underground like that, you know what I mean? How excited they were for it, like when we were first concepting it, and then now it's like a little bit of a different landscape. There's a couple people that I don't talk to as much now. But then also some that are like coming back out of the woodwork, and they were like, I remember when you two fuckers started this shit, and like here
Right.
it is now, you know what I mean,
Right.
in the modern age. That's so cool. I want it to feel like a cultural moment as much as it can, while it's still pretty fucking niche. You know what I mean? For
Right.
the people who do care, you know what I mean? For the
Well,
love of music.
that's why we do it, for the bit, bro. Just for the bit. I have a theory,
Uh-huh.
man. I feel like all artists, to be a good artist, truly, you have to be delusionally in it for the
You
bit.
have to be delusional.
You-
Yeah, you have to think
Yeah.
like you're fucking in it.
Yeah, like your album, your transition, your track listing matters. Every single thing you do, because it does. It does if you really
It does.
believe it.
It really
Because
does.
then everything you do is just like output inspiration. It's just like, I don't know. It's beautiful,
If you
bro.
ever think people won't notice or people won't care, you're going to get proven wrong. You're 100% going to get proven wrong. People are going to notice the little things that you don't think that they're going to, for better or worse.
Mhm.
And people are going to care. Like, it's going to knock on your brain somewhere. Like, especially like back when I made Dr. Bones last year, I said the word corridor very weird in a song, and I thought about it. I was like, oh, that was a really weird way of like saying it, and I think that's really cool. I don't think people are gonna appreciate that detail as much as I do. And then we got an interview with November Day, or he wanted to interview us, and that was one of like the first thing he said is just the way I specifically say words, including that one in the song, like was so cool to him and hit him in such a
Dude,
nice like
hell yeah.
ASMR-ic way, and I was like, I did not think I would ever have that echoed back to me. You know what I mean? Like I hoped people would, but I was like aware of myself that they're probably not going to, and then I was
Right.
proven wrong, and that's just one in a series of moments where I've been like,
Well,
everything matters.
you gave that to
And
me
so much
too. You
fun.
gave that to me heavy when you said like Mecha Robo painted like a summer experience for you. Like I remember you telling me that. I was like like it's synonymous with some sort of vacation or something. And when I heard that, I was like,
It is,
that's what
yeah.
it's all about, bro. That's what it's
It
all
is.
about. Because even though, dude, even though we grow and we make music and we change, and like I listen back to old stuff, I'm like, dude, I could have done that so much better, right? But just the fact that it lives with people is like almost like a parasite for that moment, bro. And it's like it I was like to some extent an original soundtrack for somebody's experience. You know what I mean? Like that's
Mhm.
like to
Yeah, it was. I
soundtrack an
was at Hilton Head
experience.
Island and I fucking was listening to it in the morning and I was so happy and I was so excited for it too. By the way, incredible cover art. That's some fucking
Oh
toy
yeah!
core shit
Shout out
right
Logan
there too.
Pitt. He went
Gosh.
crazy, crazy.
Yeah, that shit was so cool. And fucking like and I was bumping In the Blink of an Eye so much. I still that song is up there for me. In the Blink of an Eye is such a good fucking song. And then like the fucking was Dance House that transitions
Yeah.
into it just gives like an extra layer because that song feels like it is a battery pack for that song. Like it's a rocket you see in the sky, you already see fucking In the Blink of an Eye, and then you see like where it launches from when you drop the whole record. And I remember I was so
Right.
hyped in that moment. I was listening to it, and then it transitioned into it, and I was like,
Yeah.
God, I literally threw my hands. I was like, fuck yeah.
Dude, hell yeah. I'm so glad that hit. I'm excited to release more stuff. Dude, it's so tough being on university
I'm
timing.
excited to see
Holy
what the
shit.
whole orange square spiral is.
Oh, dude, we're searching. We're searching for something.
We're searching for something.
It might be endless, man. It might be an endless search, but we're still doing it. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
that sounds like it's the thesis point already. So there you go.
All right.
That already paints a picture in my mind.
Well, dude, thank you for chatting with me, bro. It's always a pleasure. And
Of course, it's a pleasure too. Same type shit.
same type shit. All right. You have a good night, bro. Sweet dreams.
Hey, sweet dreams to you too, scuba diver. No nightmares, and don't let those bed bugs bite.
I'll try
All
not.
right,
I'll try not to, man. All right.
try your damn.
I'll see you, man. Have a
Peace
good
out,
one.
bro. Mad love.